And we're live.
We did it.
Damn, that's fast.
Wednesday edition. That's how fast it is.
Yeah. Early.
So fast it's tomorrow. Today.
Wait. Okay. Yeah.
You heard me.
Yeah,
You heard
no,
me.
it works. It checks out. Cool.
Sweet. I did it.
That's great. And once again, all three of us are here, so that's great.
Top down perspective.
Time to respect you.
There you go.
We didn't talk about it as a group, and I'm just bringing this up now. Have either of you guys seen Ant-Man?
No, I haven't gone yet.
I've missed
All
like
right.
5 movies that have been in theaters.
Cool. Next topic, I guess. I enjoyed it.
Sweet.
Ant-Man's cool.
I've had a lot of people say it's better than Avengers 2. Agree or disagree?
That's a good question. I don't know. I feel like I'd have to watch them both again. The more I look back on Avengers 2, it's slowly getting like less in my mind than originally, because I think I was on that high. But there's definitely just some parts of Ant-Man that I don't care for. So I think I don't know. I don't have an answer, and that sucks with me. I'd have to watch them both again.
All right.
Avengers 1 is the best.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah. You know what? I still really like Iron Man 1, but
Iron Man 1's real good.
I'll swap those back and forth.
I might say it's the only good Iron Man movie.
I wouldn't go that far. I did like 3.
3
No.
has some good stuff in it.
I don't care for 3. That kid. No
All
thanks.
right. You know what? I can understand not liking the kid.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that kid. No thanks.
Yeah.
But hey, Fantastic Four this Friday. Who's going to see that? I probably will
That's
end up
this
seeing it.
Friday?
Yes.
Yeah. it's
Holy
actually-
shit.
I didn't even remember.
Yeah, me neither. Yeah, probably not.
From what I understand, it was not shown to press, so that's always a good sign.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
that's
good.
crazy.
Which is a bummer. I want there to be like a good Fantastic Four movie,
Yeah.
but I don't know.
It's too bad
I went and saw
Fox-
Mission Impossible. Did you guys see that?
No.
That's a fun movie.
I hear good things about that, actually.
Yeah, it was at like 98% or something, 93 maybe, something crazy like that when opening weekend.
Yeah, from what I heard of it, I actually want to go see it now. So maybe I will.
It's a fun time. Yeah, I enjoyed it quite a bit. But yeah, John, what else have you missed that you need to see?
I didn't see Mad Max Fury Road.
Wow.
Yeah, dude, I missed a bunch.
Yeah.
I wanted to see Terminator Genesis despite the bad hype.
Okay.
God, what else has come out in the past couple of months that was interesting?
Spy was really funny.
That wasn't not what I wanted to see. There was something else that for sure besides those two.
Did you see Inside Out?
No,
Is that it?
no.
What Pixar? Come on.
I haven't. What are the last 3 Pixar movies? Because I don't think I've seen them.
Monsters University.
Nope.
That movie's good.
Brave. Nope.
No, Brave was what? I don't know if it was the last 3. What came out two years ago? Hang on. 2 years ago was Monsters University because they didn't have one last year. So the one before Monsters University must have been.
I think that actually was
maybe,
Brave.
Maybe it was Brave. Yeah, 3 years ago. Maybe it was Brave. Trying to think if any other sequels had maybe come out, but no. And then what was before Brave?
Cars 2.
Yeah, that'd be really close. That's for sure. That's true. Cars 2 came around the time I graduated high school. I don't know. Anyway. Had you seen Brave? Sorry, did you say no or yes to
No,
that?
I said no to Brave.
Oh, Brave's good too.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. People in the chat are saying
Jack
Monsters
confirming.
University, Brave, and then Cars 2.
Wow.
Okay. You don't need to see Cars 2, but you should see the other 2. Monsters University is great. Inside Out, also great. Looking forward to The Good Dinosaur this November.
Sorry, what 2 movies were you saying you wanted to see but you missed out on? For sure?
Fury Road.
Yeah.
Terminator Genesis.
Did you see Jurassic World?
That was the other one.
Okay.
It's okay.
I was just thinking the blockbusters that have been the last couple months, and that seems like one that would have hit for you.
Yeah.
So
Last time I was in theaters was Avengers 2.
Okay.
okay,
Well,
yeah,
good one. Good one to go out to the theater for.
agreed.
But let's go into the podcast. Top down perspective, August 5th.
Yeah.
Special Wednesday.
Yeah.
Games to talk about. Paul's here. John's here. I'm here. I'm Sean. Uh, Paul, what have you been playing?
Nothing.
John, what have you been
Yay.
playing?
Rare Replay.
Hey, me too.
Sweet.
Have you played everything in Rare Replay?
I've played a decent chunk of it.
Are you going through it chronologically?
No.
Oh, okay. I am.
God, no.
I definitely am. I actually really like doing that because you get to kind of see how things like got better. Like, because like, so it starts with like Spectrum games, right? Right, the ZX
Yeah.
Spectrum, and some of those games are awful.
Mhm.
Like, I would go as far to say anything with Saberman in it, I hate.
I have not tried any of the Saberman games yet.
I don't like any of those games. And Lunar Jetman is that game is so hard. I don't care for it whatsoever.
I had to read the manual of Lunar Jetman to figure out what the hell you're supposed to do in it.
That's another thing. Is I try to read the manuals for all of them. Like at least I read the controls for sure.
Yeah.
And then sometimes I'll read the how to play, unless it's 6 pages long, and then it's like, how much free time do you think I have, Rare? Which some of them have been like that. Like I think it was like Roller Snakes. What was that one called?
Snake Rattle and Roll.
Snake Rattle and Roll. The how to play is 6 pages long.
What?
Which makes sense.
That's complicated. Jesus.
Well, that game also seems just bananas.
Oh yeah, that game's crazy, and that game is really difficult.
Yeah, a lot of these are super difficult because they're like they're really old games. But anyway, point being, the Xbox One's help application is the slowest thing ever, and I hate it. It
really is.
I cannot believe how slow it is. Even once you have it loaded up, just trying to like navigate down the list takes forever. It's garbage. However, apart from that, that's like all my grief with Rare Replay. I love it, and it's a fantastic deal.
I've got more grievances with it then.
Okay.
Guess. Mine keeps bugging out. I've lost sound multiple times on Blastcore. Like, all sound. Except for pausing. Pausing sounds, like, in the actual, like, Rare Replay sounds come back, but, like, I've lost sound altogether, and then I have to restart Blastcore, and then it comes back.
Okay. I mean, I haven't gone up to Blastcore yet. I've gone through chronologically, and I just finished... Or I'm at Battletoads, the NES version.
Speaking of Battletoads, I've got a problem with the arcade version. It's a bad port.
Okay. I mean, I would have no idea, but...
The audio is all sped up and higher pitched.
Huh, okay.
And I don't know why. And I don't know if it's just my copy or not, because I haven't looked around to see if it's other ones. But the music's all off pitch. The audio clips are all higher pitched. It's weird. Like, it plays fine. Don't get me wrong. All the games play great. But the audio, for some reason, is on that one in particular is messed up. And I don't know why.
Okay, well, again, I wouldn't know. I haven't played Battletoads before this. That game is TMNT. Yep.
What, Battletoads NES or Battletoads Arcade?
Both, from what it looks like.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then the problem with the arcade one is it came out like 5 years later and didn't really push anything. From what it seems like, I haven't played a ton of it. However, that first boss fight in the first Battletoads is cool when it's from the boss's perspective. That was interesting. Made me think of God of War 3.
Battletoads did a lot of cool stuff. It's just most people only remember it for how hard it is. Which is funny because I'd argue like most of the games in that collection that come before Battletoads are harder. Like Cobra Triangle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, there's all these games are like brutally hard. Like one touch, you're dead.
Snake Rattle and Roll is harder than Battletoads, in my opinion.
I wish you had played some Saberman games because those ones are just stupid. There's this one, Underworld. It's probably pronounced a little differently because they spell it weird. Yeah. It's just the silliest thing ever. Like, I don't understand how anyone would have fun with this. And again, Lunar Jetman, I don't think is fun at all, just in terms of just how stupid and like difficult they can be. There's so many things you have to do with Lunar Jetman to go anywhere. I'm trying to think other ones I also didn't really like. I think Jetpack's fine. The very first one.
Jetpack's great.
Jetpack's fine. I like the music in Night Lore. but again, it's a Saberman game, so it doesn't play very well. The Cowboy Slinger one is just seems like nonsense. Like
I haven't even looked at that one yet.
Like a lot of these games are old. They're super old.
I spent time last night going through a bunch of the screen, or what do they call them? The snapshots, the challenges.
Yeah.
Just unlocking a bunch of videos and stuff like that.
Snapshots are totally cool because they not only do they kind of teach you how to play the game, but it's also just new like in-game achievement stuff to work towards. So I really like that, and I kind of wish those were in the recent stuff, but they stop at Battletoads Arcade.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Also, for anyone thinking they're gonna get like tons and tons of achievements, if you already have them, you just already get them. So like, so you know how you get stamps?
Yeah.
Have you loaded up any of the 360 games?
I haven't loaded them up. I went through in the menu and got the stamps in the menus, if that's what you're talking about.
That's what I was gonna say. So once you like load it up and go to like the little presentation screen, you just get a ton of stamps because it looks at your past achievement progression and go, oh wow, you've actually gone really far in this. Let us give you a bunch of rewards right up front.
Yeah, like I had Banjo-Kazooie completely done on XBLA, and it was just like, here's 10 stamps.
Yeah, no, I basically went to every 360 game I had, so that was both the Viva Pinatas, Nuts and Bolts, Cameo. I think that was it.
Perfect Dark Zero.
Well, there's more 360 games, but I'm talking about ones that I played. Okay. And I have put in Perfect Dark Zero, but I don't think I played it enough to get even one achievement. So nothing popped up for me. But no, most of the achievements are for the older games, and then they're for just doing stuff like, you've done this many Snapchats, you've done this many milestones, you've done...
anything that was a standalone on like the 360, you get a milestone for however many gamer score you get for those games. It's like, oh, you've got 125 gamer score in Banjo-Kazooie, so here's like 5 stamps.
Yeah, and stamps are basically just to unlock developer videos, it looks like.
Yeah.
That's all they do. But again, that's fine. It's cool to see some behind the scenes stuff. Regardless, even though I'm not a huge fan of a lot of the older games, like most of these, I'm never going to go back to. Mm-hmm. It's just the 360 games alone that you're getting is easily a deal. Even if I were to like go out and try and purchase the ones I'm interested in, like used, it would probably still be over $30.
Yeah, no, easily it's worth the money. If you already have an Xbox One, completely worth the money.
Yeah, no, hands down. Yeah, it's great. Is there anything on there that you're most excited to play that you haven't before?
I was super excited to play through Battletoads Arcade, but that I haven't played before. I don't know. Like most of the ones that are there, like I've already got the ones that I'm interested in, and the ones I was never interested in, I'm just like, it might be cool to check out. Like I've never checked out any of the Jetman games.
Right, because a lot of these are just
I don't even remember Digger T Rock.
That one's okay as far as those old games go. Digger T Rock is okay. But yeah, no, since a lot of them are Spectrum games, they were only in Europe, so first time we're kind of seeing them, which is cool.
I'm kind of curious about Grab by the Ghoulies, to be honest, because I never played it.
Yeah, I haven't played that. Also, the only Xbox original game in the selection.
Well, that's the only one they ever released. Or no, besides Bad Fur Day, but Conker's Bad Fur Day for the N64 is on there instead.
That's the one they added, yeah. I kind of wish on the screen it told you like which platforms this came out on, just to give us like more information. That would have been cool.
Doesn't it?
No, it doesn't. It tells you when they came out and like
you're
players,
right.
But it doesn't say the platform, which
you're right.
I would have been really interested to know that kind of information. But anyway, yeah, so I loaded up like Viva Pinata and played around for a few minutes. And there are ways to get your saves over from the 360. You have to just cloud save them, but because I don't have my 360 here, I can't go and like upload everything. So I have to kind of start over with everything. But I also read a fun little fact that because of this, now the Xbox One has 7 N64 titles you can play, whereas
the Wii U has like 5.
The Wii U has 6 if you don't include the fact that you can boot up the Wii emulator inside of it and play those N64 games. Then it has more, but if you're just going Wii U alone, it has 6, and the Xbox One has 7 now.
Wait, what are the 7? Perfect Dark, Conquer, both Banjos.
I put it in news, but I brought
Killer
it up
Instinct.
now. Killer Instinct Gold, Jet Force Gemini, Blast
Jet Force
Corps,
Gemini,
Conker's Bad Fur Day, Banjo Kazooie, Banjo Tooie, and Perfect Dark.
Yeah, sure enough.
And the Wii U has Paper Mario, Donkey Kong 64, Super Mario 64, Kirby 64, Mario Tennis, and Ocarina of Time.
That's amazing.
So that's just kind of a fun little, like, that's just kind of silly.
That's all I played.
It's okay. Yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything else about Rare Replay that I wanted to mention. I'm currently reviewing it, so there'll be a write-up on that on Comic Book Bin in the future. Yeah, play some Saberman games and tell me how much they suck. Or right. Tell me I'm wrong. I'd be curious to know what you think. Oh, there was another one that's really weird. This right before the first Saberman game. You're like throwing axes around if you play as the knight. What is this? I can't remember. You must have not played many of the really old games.
No, like I said, I jumped pretty much straight into the snapshots. I'll be honest, the very first thing I did was go do the Battletoads challenges.
Okay.
And then Battletoads Arcade, and that's how I found out all the audio is fucked up.
Okay, so I played that's all for video games that I've played this week. I played a board game that I wanted to talk about. It's called Flashpoint. I think it's called Flashpoint Fire Rescue. It's a co-op game. It's kind of similar to Forbidden Island or Pandemic, which I believe you guys have both played those. I know John has because he's played at my place. Paul, have you played any kind of like co-op war games before? Forbidden Island, Pandemic?
Just Pandemic.
Okay, so it works similar to that, but the concept on this one is there's a building that's on fire and there's trapped people in there, and you need to get in. You all play firefighters. You need to get in, put out fires, and try and save the people. And much like Pandemic, you can kind of lower the intensity of fire or put it out completely. And if there's like too much fire and more fire gets added, it'll like expand. So explosions will happen in this, which is cool, and it'll like blast apart walls. Also, because you're a fireman, you have an axe, so you can just like chop through walls if you want to and like make holes, which is really cool. And then another cool feature about it is there's 3 victims on the board, but they're basically face down with question marks on top of them. And you don't know if it's an actual victim or if it's a false alarm. So you have to get to that space, flip it over, and it's either going to be like a person or a pet. Sometimes it's a pet, like a dog. Or it's just blank, and it's like, oh crap, I just wasted time finding that. And you have like special abilities everyone has, and there can be like hazardous material that'll explode if it gets heated up at all and stuff. So that's pretty fun. I picked that up because Amazon was having a sale. And I picked up this other game that I haven't played yet, but I plan to quite soon. And it's called Iron and Ale. And it's basically a dwarven drinking game.
That sounds great.
Oh, the reason I bought it is I was seeing pictures of what people were doing on Twitter, and I was like, I need to do this. So the concept is you're all these dwarves at a bar, and you constantly have to basically do funny stuff to each other, or you have to drink. Even in real life, like it's like you can choose to either, like you'll draw a card that says Dwarven Kiss. And what Dwarven Kiss is, you have to pick someone at the table to slap you in the face, or you have to take 2 drinks.
Okay.
So if you're, so yeah, it's an actual drinking game if you're into that, or you can just you can drink like water or whatever. But there's also another element of like collecting ore and stuff to like get points for the end of the game, and you can like bet on other people. So like another card is, you get to punch someone a certain number of times in the arm, and if they like flinch or something, they don't win. But if they do win, they get the card, which gives them the ore and stuff. And then people can bet like, oh, I think he's going to flinch and do stuff like that. And I saw pictures of people like sitting on each other, and you have to like one where you all have to pass your drinks one to the right, and whoever like downs it the slowest is the loser or something like that. Or it just sounds really fun.
Sounds like chaos.
It sounds like a night of debauchery, like in the worst possible way.
No, it's in like the best way. This sounds hilarious.
Getting together with your friends and punching them and drinking.
That sounds like a silly time.
It does. You're not wrong.
If you don't want to get punched, you just don't. You have to drink, and plenty of people would want to do that.
That's fair. Sure.
Yeah. So that's called Iron and Ale. It's like $25 online. So I'm looking forward to playing that with my friends because I definitely have a lot of friends that are like way into drinking and whatnot. So I'll report back on how that goes. But I'm looking forward to slapping some people. I'm looking forward to being slapped.
Great. All right. Sounds interesting.
Yeah. And then that's all I played. So let's go to the news.
All right.
Which a good chunk of it is Gamescom.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's going on this week.
Did you guys watch the Microsoft press conference?
No.
I got a cliff notes, basically.
Yeah. I put them in our notes.
Well, no, I saw people on Twitter giving cliff notes of it.
Okay. Well, I'll just run through it because I wrote it down like I do for the E3 press conferences. So first one is they started with Quantum Break, and they showed actual actors that are a part of it. The only one I know of was Shawn Ashmore, who plays Iceman in the X-Men movies. And then some guy from Game of Thrones, Littlefinger. It means nothing to me.
Shoot, really?
Whoever that actor is, sorry.
Yeah.
He's also in this. That game's coming out April 5th. And it was a lot of just like cover shooting with time manipulation. And me personally, I was looking for some like slower moments, but maybe I just missed Alan Wake. But either way, Remedy is fantastic, so I'll definitely play whatever they're making. They then showed Crackdown 3, and there was a good presence of agility orbs, so I'm excited.
Great. Okay.
Like it starts off the trailer with the guy up front looking around and is talking about how like the city's in chaos or something like that. And then when he runs to jump off the building, he runs through a stack of agility orbs and then jumps off the building.
Oh, that sounds satisfying.
Yeah, like I am so excited to be collecting agility orbs again.
You have a problem, man.
Agility orbs are the best.
They're
the best. They showed transforming cars. Now they have destructible cities, but they've only said so far for the multiplayer. We don't know if that's in the single player yet. But you can just blow up the buildings and stuff. But anyway, Crackdown's fantastic. They showed Scalebound, and the part I took from that was when the guy got off. Do you guys know what Scalebound is?
No.
Basically, it looked like Monster Hunter, but with Devil May Cry combat. So you're running up to the dragon, jumping in the air, and then slashing a whole bunch of times before falling down, which sounds more appealing to me than current Monster Hunter. Mm-hmm. But the way this one worked, the guy got off his dragon and put his headphones on. Dubstep started to play while he was fighting the monsters.
Great.
I don't know if that happens every time you get in combat, but that was cool. Fight to the dance music.
Oh, okay.
That comes out holiday next year, so that's still a ways off.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Then, I know you guys have been asking for it. They announced coming this November, chat pad for the Xbox One.
No, it's okay.
Fair, didn't you used to use your chat pad?
I've never owned a chat pad.
Really? I thought you had one.
Nope.
Never mind.
I don't know a chat pad. I think there was a bundle you could get. You could get like a headset, a chat pad, like 3 months of gold, and like Viva Pinata or something.
Yeah, that's definitely a thing. Or was a thing.
Was a thing, yeah. I think they may have done that with another game as well. Maybe it was just nuts and bolts. I can't remember, but I remember that there's like a package of that. Anyways, yeah, I don't have a chat pad. And I don't send messages on the Xbox that much. Also, can't you plug a keyboard in? You can. I guess you can.
Probably. You can do it on the 360.
Well. Yeah, but again, I wouldn't really care. Anyway, chat pad's coming. They said that all future 360 games that are in the Games with Gold promotion will be backwards compatible on Xbox One. So I guess that's more games for Xbox One players, which is great. The backwards compatibility, like the main update, even though it's out for preview program people right now, it comes in November.
Cool.
Yo, can I say something about that?
About compatibility?
Yeah, because like I've got my my Xbox One, so since I put on Rare Replay, I updated it, and I'm in the preview program, so I've got access to the 360 games. It needs space on your actual Xbox One, not a side hard drive, to actually run those games. I can't run Super Meat Boy because it's like you need to free up 4 gigs of space on your Xbox One. I'm like, what? It even says like, I know you're using an external hard drive, but you need to free up on the actual hard drive.
Oh, that's weird. Space. Can you just move other stuff onto the hard drive then?
Probably. I haven't been arsed to do it, but
right.
It happens, I guess.
That's
a weird
terrible. That's a weird issue. I don't know why that would be the case.
Yeah.
Maybe it's so you can't like pass the game off to someone else.
I guess.
Well, I'm just trying to think like but then if you plugged, oh, my monitor just died. Oh, and it's back. If you pass it on to someone else, maybe you could just like, yeah, because if you did that and they weren't connected to the internet, then they could just play the game, couldn't they?
Here's the other thing. When I installed Rare Replay, like I also had gotten prompts from online saying, hey, all these Xbox 360 games you own can be installed. And most of them were the the Rare Replay games. So I think I have a bunch of like Banjo-Kazooie installed twice as a result.
No,
they gave me like a proper install and a nuts and bolt or a Rare Replay install.
The Rare Replay is just for the older games, and then the 360 ones install as well on their own.
No, like if you look at your like queue,
yeah,
it'll say Banjo-Kazooie Rare Replay, and then next to it was Banjo-Kazooie.
I don't know what that is then. I doubt it's twice.
It's because I owned the games beforehand. So it gave me
you had installed them?
It gave me the prompt to. So I think it installed them twice.
Oh, okay, maybe.
I don't know. I'll have to go double check.
But you owned them as downloads?
Like in specifically Perfect Dark and Banjo-Kazooie, I had those because I played those games.
Right, and those were Xbox Live titles. Those were arcade titles.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe it did then. Yeah. So, but I guess that's a way to free up some space.
Huh.
But I did see that the 360 games downloaded on their own if you want to launch those without having to go into the hub, which I actually like. Because that'll be just a bit faster if I want to get into my Viva Pinata. Where were we? Killer Instinct Season 3 announced. March something. I forget what the date it was, but that's next year.
Cool.
Battletoads.
Yeah, Rash is a playable character in Season 3. He's actually playable now, apparently, until like the beginning of September. Yeah. As long as you own Rare Replay or have like the Pro subscription to Killer Instinct.
So you can play him then.
Yeah, he's playable for the next month.
Cool.
Yep. Then Koji Igarashi came out and used his whip randomly.
Sure, yeah.
Looks really bad.
Did he yell, "Die Monster"?
No, he just like did a whip and then continued. Like it was almost like every time the slide needed to change, he did like this half-hearted whip. He did it like 2 or 3 times. And he also had his hat. Anyway, they talked a bit about Bloodstain. They showed a concept art of a new guy that they couldn't tell us his name of, but they could tell us he was a demon hunter.
Did it look like him?
Koji?
Yeah.
No.
Because he's known for doing that.
Oh, no, it didn't look like him. And then I think they talked about some ID at Xbox stuff. They also announced Worms WMD, so a new Worms game is coming.
All right.
Thimbleweed Park, which that's a new old school adventure game from Ron Gilbert and another guy who I can't remember.
Okay.
But this one's like real old school to the point where it has like the grid of options of what you want to do with the item, like pick up, drop, throw, talk.
Oh,
you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
wow.
They're really doing that. It's all pixel arty. So it's called Thimbleweed Park. Ark. I've written the word Ark down. There's a game called Ark. I can't remember a single thing about it.
You know what the funny thing is? I've seen footage of it. I've heard people talk about it. I don't remember anything about it either. It's just that unmemorable.
Okay. Ark. We Happy Few, which looks like this weird, it's like a weird horror game. People were in like creepy like mime masks and they like injected your face with a needle.
Oh yeah, isn't that done by the Amnesia guys?
I don't know who it's done by.
I thought it was done by someone well known.
My like entire computer is froze, but I can still hear you guys.
That's a good sign.
I'm gonna hope it just.
Your camera's still working.
Okay. I mean, my screen is frozen. Oh, the chat just moved. What is going on with my machine today? You guys are gonna have to do the rest of news. Like, oh wait, hang on, we're good. It looks like it was just Skype that froze, and it looks like Audition's crashing. Great. Where were we? We have a few. I was getting some like BioShock vibes, like being in Rapture kind of stuff.
Mm.
That's gonna be first on Xbox next year. Cobalt. That's another game.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I have no idea.
I'm trying to think. Cobalt. It was something about underground side-scrolling. That's all I remember. Dark Souls 3, 2016. Homefront Revolution. The Revolution. There was like a trailer. It looked pretty bad over there.
I mean, Homefront 1 was kind of lukewarmly received, so...
I don't mean like looked bad quality. I mean like dire situations going on with Homefront.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it looked interesting, I'll say that. FIFA is a soccer game.
Beautiful game.
It's the beautiful game.
Beautiful game.
Yep. Halo. It's not Rocket League. Just putting that out there, which is the best soccer game.
No, there's the beautiful game, which is FIFA, and then the fun game, which is Rocket League.
Okay.
That's the difference.
Got it. Halo 5. This part was terrible. They basically
I heard about this.
they got two esports commentators to come up and get really excited, like you do as an esports commentator, to commentate a highlight reel.
What?
Yeah.
I heard about this.
When it first started, they were talking about, here's this team, it's going up against this team, and I'm like, are these people like coming out on stage to play? Are they playing like behind the curtain? But no, this was a game that already happened, that they just selected the best moments of the match, the Halo 5 match, and then these guys were commentating what happened, getting really excited. So they were doing live commentary for the highlight clip that had happened probably weeks ago.
Why not?
And this went on for a while, like a solid at least 5 minutes of this, maybe 10.
Could they not just show live gameplay? There's enough people out there that play Halo well. I'm sure they could play this well. Live.
This is just what they did. It's also like the kind of weird part about this is showing the super competitive gameplay, which we know Halo's there, but that just makes like anyone not super competitive just be like, I probably can't play this. This looks ridiculous. I can't do like a jump throw or whatever. I don't know.
Did they also talk about their new like tournament they're doing or something like that? No,
they just live commentated this match.
All right.
And it wasn't even like, because there's new modes. What are they called? Warzone might be one. There's new modes for Halo or something, I was hearing people say. But they were playing Capture the Flag.
Okay.
So, yeah, there's that.
Fun.
Then they showed Just Cause 3, which still looks awesome.
Yeah.
It looks so good. In fact, at one point, Rico had latched himself to some kind of gas canister, blew up the bottom, so he was rocketing forward, like upwards into the air while shooting people. I can't wait for that game. Forza 6 comes out September 15th. That has cars in it.
Yep.
They got really excited that there's now rain.
Rain's sweet, man. We've had a lot of it here.
Yeah, that's what I've heard, yeah. Rise of the Tomb Raider, they showed more of that, and then Halo Wars 2 was announced.
Yep, I heard about this.
Which is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And now my internet died.
No, you're still here.
No, I mean like the web browser died.
Ooh.
So I'm going to try and load it back up. So I can't actually read the next one. You guys are going to have to take it now because my page just went down.
All right.
Is any of my web browsers up? Oh, yeah, Twitter's up.
Hey, have you guys played Amplitude?
Yeah, it's a sweet game.
How excited are you that they're doing a Kickstarter thing?
Well, they did it, you mean?
Yeah, that happened like last year.
Yeah, but it's not out, so they're still doing a Kickstarter thing.
I mean, I guess they're still working on the game, yes. I'm excited. I want to play it. I haven't played Amplitude.
Well, you have to wait because it was delayed.
Yep.
That's the news for that.
Pushing it to the end of the year.
Yes. It looks sweet, though. I'm pretty excited about that.
I'm excited.
Mm-hmm. Looking forward to that.
Onomatoguchi's in it.
Good choice.
Yep. Yeah.
Google Drive's like not even loading up, so you guys gotta just go forward with this.
All right. So Konami is apparently a terrible place for workers. Who would have thought?
Oh man.
Who would have thought?
But like, I'm assuming especially now because they're probably in like crunch mode for Metal Gear Solid 5.
Yeah, and like
that's
losing their
Kojima
main
Productions,
talent.
though. That's just Kojima Productions.
I was hearing crazy stuff like, "Oh my god, now Skype's not responding. I might drop at any moment." Why is chat still going? How is like half my applications are working? If I drop, you guys are gonna have to like text me.
Okay.
Although I'm just gonna kind of leave my machine alone.
Okay.
I was hearing stuff like some they can't use email anymore.
They have to use like private, like random email addresses or something like that.
Well, and everything has to be internal.
Mm-hmm.
Some people are being asked to like there's cameras now set up to watch everybody to make sure they're working. In fact, they're asking employees to take shifts, or I guess forcing employees to take shifts as security to make sure people are working.
No, I believe what they said was people are getting like shifted over to departments like janitorial duties or security if like the company doesn't like them, because it's bad like form in Japan to fire someone. So they're trying to make it so they don't want to work there anymore and they just quit of their own accord.
That's
Lovely.
gross. That's fucking gross.
Apparently, like, I forget, was it a major like music composer at Konami got shifted over to security and then just
I was
made the
hearing
best
something
of it?
major with a music composer. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Either way, it's really fucked up.
Yeah, that's really, really shitty. Ugh. I hate when I hear about this shit from companies, like overworking their workers or just doing kind of skeezy things like that. I hate that.
A lot of people are thinking this is the sign that Konami is just straight up leaving the game console business.
Yeah.
And going only to like
Pachinko, like we mentioned last week.
Pachinko and mobile, yeah.
And specifically this week, they announced a Silent Hills Pachinko machine. So that's two they're working on.
Yeah. I'm excited. I want to play Pachinko now more than video games. Konami knew all along what I actually wanted, so.
There you go.
Yeah, we're good. So Gears of War, they're doing this Ultimate Edition thing, and you get all
comes
the
out
Gears
at the end of the month.
Yep, it's coming out real
I
soon.
got mine pre-ordered.
Oh, you are getting it?
Yeah, I like Gears of War.
I thought you.
I don't
them.
like Gears of War 1.
What?
I don't like Gears of War 1.
I like
you
that
know
one.
What? Out of all of them, it's probably the one that's aged the worst.
The first time you meet a berserker, though, man, that's memories.
There are some cool set pieces in Gears 1, but there's also some terrible set pieces.
The final fight is garbage.
Yes.
The entire game is great.
Which makes me think that this Ultimate Edition fixes that for starters. I'm wondering if it also adds in the extra chapters that were in the PC version.
That ending is fucking terrible. That's RAM, right? General RAM on the
General
train.
RAM.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
RAM.
Wasn't there a piece of DLC for like the second game where you like came across RAM again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were playing as like Alpha Squad or something? Like you were playing as other dudes.
I can't remember what that was called. It was something RAM. Shadows of RAM or something.
Yeah, I think I reviewed that piece of DLC too. Anyway, Gears of War 2, I quite like. Horde mode is fantastic. And Gears of War 3 is the best one, easily.
Someone says Gears of War 2 wasn't really any better. No, I'd argue Gears 2 was much better.
Yeah, I really like Gears 2.
Even that final boss was better.
I liked Gears 2 so much, I went back and played through 1 after not liking it.
Wow.
So.
Damn. It's pretty good.
Strong words.
Well, if you're getting it, maybe I'll get it too, and then we'll like do co-op or something.
Wow, have I twisted your arm?
I just don't like Gears 1.
All right, fair enough.
But yeah, like anyway, the news story is you get Gears of War Ultimate Edition, you get all 4 Gears, which seems to be the new trend. They're doing that with Fallout as well.
And they're doing it with Rainbow Six.
Rainbow Six, that's true, yep.
Last news thing, Triforce Heroes is out October 23rd.
Sweet. Speaking of release dates, I believe Mighty Number 9 the other day also got delayed to next year.
It was, yeah, because that was supposed to be out a week and a half from now, roughly, I believe.
September. It was September.
I thought it was August. Okay. Huh.
I remember at E3 it was like September 9th or 8th or something like that.
Okay.
Oh yeah, it was September. What did it get pushed to?
Next year.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Is that why a lot of people are angry right now?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, people are always angry because it's the internet, but specifically...
Yeah, they're angry at that, and they're still angry about the Red Dawn. I can never remember. Red Ash. The other Kickstarter.
Yeah. People will get mad at everything. That's it, though. That's all for news.
Yeah, Mighty Number 9 says aiming for a release in Q1 2016.
Cool.
Is that just for the retail disc, though? Like, I thought the digital was coming out.
As we've communicated in the updates to our backers, all of the core content for the game is developed and in a complete state. However, there are still bugs and issues pertaining to the online features that are included in the game. These bugs and issues have a direct effect on enjoyment of the game, so a decision was made to work these issues out before release.
Okay, I guess it's all versions.
Yep. Should we move on? Questions?
Yeah, let's do it.
Do some questions?
I'm just looking over it. There's nothing else of note, really, in that message.
I can do this part because I can't read the questions.
Okay.
topdownperspective@gmail.com. You can send questions also through @TDP Podcast on Twitter, and then there's the Facebook group. You guys have to read the questions.
All right. Joey writes in with 3 questions. First one, what's your favorite racing game that isn't a major franchise? Example, not Mario Kart, Forza, etc. I really enjoyed Kirby Air Ride and still hope in vain we'll get a remake, sequel, or at least a port for the Wii U or NX. I agree with that. Kirby Air Ride would be sweet to see again. Come up.
Kirby's Air Ride was good. I'm a big fan of this little-known series called Gran Turismo. I would love to see that get another game in that series. Preferably 2 per generation of PlayStation. I feel like that would be really good.
Aren't they working on one?
You're such a troll.
Yeah.
Dude, I keep forgetting that Gran Turismo 6 actually came out.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
I would probably say Bomberman Fantasy Race was a racing game I played that I surprisingly enjoyed. That was like super obscure.
What was the question again? I can't reread it.
What's your favorite racing game that isn't a major franchise?
Okay. Hey, is Burnout a major franchise?
I mean, it had 5 games at least.
Okay.
I really like F-Zero GX a lot.
I would like a new F-Zero. That would be nice.
I don't know if that counts because that's... You know what? I'm counting that. Fuck y'all.
I think it counts because we haven't had an entry in that series
since
2006.
You're exactly right. That's why
Diddy Kong Racing?
Yeah, there you go.
How about a new Sonic R?
Oh, man.
Well,
yes.
Sonic R is terrible.
Yes, it is. I want to see it again.
A new foot racing game.
No, what we got, though. We did get a new Sonic R. That's Sonic, like, Rivals on the PSP. We got 2 of those.
No, I think those were normal, like, side-scrolling games.
Yeah, no, they're foot racing games. But they're also side-scrolling racing games.
Oh, okay. Well, I think that's different then. Like, having the side-scrolling Sonic, but it's also a race, I feel is a lot different than the behind-the-scenes.
Maybe I'm wrong. No, it is definitely 2D.
It's 2D. It is side-scrolling. I remember because I was actually interested in picking it up for the PSP. And there might be like a race component to it, but I feel like that's different than the behind-the-back Sonic R garbage. Can't see like 4 feet in front of you weird music playing.
Did you guys ever play Mod Nation Racers? That was fun.
Yeah, yeah, I did.
That was fun.
That was so weird because wasn't it from the Little Big Planet people?
Yeah, no.
No.
Okay.
I don't
But
remember
they
who did
made
it.
a Little Big Planet
Then they
karting,
did, which was the exact same thing because it was all about customize the map.
Yeah, yeah.
And then
that's right.
I guess it didn't sell enough, but they're like, maybe we can just try again with Sackboy instead.
Did that do well?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, thank
No,
God.
it didn't. I think it did worse, actually.
Are
Thank
they
God.
working on a new Little Big Planet?
They're doing Dreams or something now.
Three came out like last year.
Okay, so I don't think they are. Oh yeah, that it was. You're right. Last year, so I knew something was like recent because it was like 4 different characters. Man, Little Big Planet just seems so dumb.
Yeah.
They're fun. They are fun.
I hear N++ has a race mode.
Oh, dude, Road Rash.
I think N Plus had a race mode.
Okay, maybe I never.
Oh
I
shit,
never
Road
played
Rash,
it then.
yeah.
I would love a new Road Rash.
Does Wipeout count? Can I have a
No.
new Wipeout?
I mean,
Oh,
the last
Wipeout for you,
we
yeah.
had was PSP.
Yeah.
No,
sure.
there was a Vita one, 2048.
Oh shit, you're right.
I'll count it. Why not?
My monitor is completely gone now. What is going on?
Your computer is actually breaking or becoming sentient, one of the two.
We should move on. Second question from Joey. In honor of Rocket League, what's the dumbest concept you've seen in a game that surprisingly works to awesome effect? Yo, this thing where you play soccer with cars.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Didn't he specifically say, in
yeah.
honor of Rocket
He says in
I thought he
honor of
said
Rocket League.
I thought it said besides Rocket League.
Oh, yeah, no. So, like, he says the dumbest concept you've seen. That's probably, like, on paper, that sounds terrible, but it's so good. I'm going to say that until I think of something better, which might not happen.
I'm gonna say the Stanley Parable.
Really? I think the Stanley Parable,
It sounds like a dumb idea. You're just walking through the same hallways over and over again, but in execution,
well, if you put it that way,
it's
I'd
well
say
done.
PT because that's literally walking through the same hallway over.
I'd also agree with that. Yeah.
I'll say if you trying to explain Deadly Premonition does not make it sound good.
Even watching some of Deadly Premonition does not make it look good. That game, man,
But I love
has
that
to be
game.
experienced.
I love that game.
Mr. Mosquito by Eco Eclipse is saying in the chat, that's a great one.
Oh yeah.
That's really good.
Okay, here's one that it sounds good, but I could see a lot of people not thinking it sounds good. Deadly Creatures, where you play a spider.
Oh, I've been looking for that game.
Trying to discover a murder mystery.
I've been looking for that game, man. I know I could just order it, but that's kind of not the point.
Like if someone gets killed and you're just like underground, following around people above ground, and then sometimes you have to fight a scorpion.
John, do you have that game?
I don't know. I think I'm in the same boat as you, looking for it.
Nathan has it.
I know, but he had to go to Seattle to get it.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
My backlogger says I don't have it.
There you
Oh,
go.
shit.
I have a question about your backloggery.
Yeah.
How do you input the rare replay stuff? Do you put rare replay, or did you put the game separately, or is there like
See,
Battletoads arcade rare replay mode?
the way it works is that you can just put the game in there by itself if you want, or you can like use a subcategory to list all the different games inside of rare replay.
Okay.
So you can be like on your list you'll see rare replay, and then you click on it and it's like these are the games in rare replay and how much you've done on them.
Okay. Is that what you did?
I haven't put all the sub games in yet. I just put in rare replay by itself.
John, if I actually order Deadly Creatures, do you want me to get you a copy? And you
Yeah,
can
go
pay
for
me
it.
when it comes in.
Well, how much is it going
paid
for
you
online?
I
paid
have
you
no
for the
idea.
Mega Man DVDs, right?
Okay.
No. We can talk. We don't have to talk about this on air.
All right. Whoops.
Whoopsies. Yeah. I mean, Rocket League, Mr. Mosquito's probably the best one where it's like, you're a mosquito and you suck blood. That sounds terrible, but that game's great, kind of. It's kind of great. It's not really good, though. I don't know.
How about Asura's Wrath, which is basically this guy gets angrier than you can believe and like never stops fighting.
You're right.
Doesn't matter how many limbs he has left or how many limbs he's obtained, he just gets angrier and keeps fighting.
You're right. You're actually right.
Oh, I got another good one. Muscle March, and I think this one takes the cake.
Yeah.
Muscle March. Let me describe Muscle March for those who don't know. There's a lineup of like 4 extremely muscular people. Maybe one's a polar bear. They're all in Speedos running in a line. The one in the front makes a hole in the wall in a weird shape. And then because it's on the Wii, you have to then make that shape and go through the hole in the wall.
Yep. That sounds dumb.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
Moving on, his third part to this question or email. I've been trying to get together people to start a podcast myself as of late, one focused around music. But the major roadblock I found is coordinating people's schedule or even reliably hearing back from my friends about whether they even can or not. How do you guys manage to find a way to generally consistently stream and record a podcast once a week for as long as you've done it? Also, is there anything concerning in particular I should keep in mind for my podcast if I finally get it up and running? For that question first, make sure you have decent hosting.
You mean like on the website side?
Yeah, because like a lot of free options will screw you in how much you can actually put up on their service, or sometimes maybe they're shady and they'll go down. Like if you're looking for free options, maybe use like a blog site sort of thing.
I've heard Simplecast is real good. A lot of people are using that now.
I haven't heard of that, but sure.
I know. Yeah,
SoundCloud, I think you can do too.
SoundCloud is another one you could do. Yep. Although that company is like dying, so you might not want to use SoundCloud.
Agreed. Yeah.
Like if I was starting a podcast, I would go to Simplecast simplecast.fm.
Yeah.
And then in terms of scheduling, you just got to find people that you know are like really into games. Like really
into what you're talking about, because they're talking about music for his podcast.
Oh, sorry. Right. Okay. I was saying on our side, yes, but into music. And then I guess they also have to be like pretty consistently at their computer every week. And then,
honestly, it's just one of those things that like, can you rely on this person to do like anything if you ask them to, like if they have time? Because if the answer is no and they're flaky, it's gonna translate into trying to schedule them too, right? Like they have to be willing to do it, honestly.
Yeah, another thing that worked good for us is we kind of found a day and like a time in the week that we all work for. So we can kind of just like block that out ahead of time as opposed to it always being loose.
Yeah.
Because if you don't have a set date, then it could be like, well, I don't know if we're doing it today. Maybe we're going to do it in 2 days. Whereas it's like, no, Thursday nights, that's what we're doing. And then, otherwise, unless someone brings up, hey, can we do it earlier like today and stuff like that. I find that helps.
Somebody's kind of following up in the chat asking how has Pod been for us specifically. They've been great. They've been fine. Like, there's been no problem there, but I think their free option isn't great, if I remember.
No, I remember we upgraded almost immediately.
Immediately, yeah.
Yeah, so if
although,
you
again,
have a few
that was
dollars
like
to spend...
5 or 6 years ago, and I think a lot of places will let you, like, their free options have become a lot better. So, again, like, if I was starting one, I'd go to Simplecast, and I think it's free. And I'm not sure. I haven't looked too much into Simplecast, but I think a lot of places the free version is better, just because podcasts are they're a lot more in the industry now and stuff.
They're a lot more common, yeah,
for sure. You want a thing that will be able to send your RSS feed appropriately to iTunes and other stuff. That's pretty important. If you can go just like make a WordPress account or like a Blogspot account or something and do it that way as well. But then you'll need to use FeedBurner to kind of like make it aggregate properly to iTunes. Like you can go as free as you want. The iTunes thing is
not that hard. You just look at what your RSS feed is and you submit that, and that's super easy to find up because everything submits an RSS feed.
Yeah.
So getting it on iTunes is not that hard as long as you. I think they eventually take you off if you. Actually, I don't even know because I know a lot of podcasts have ended and those things are still on iTunes. So I don't even know how to not. I've never been declined, basically.
Mm-hmm.
and I haven't heard of anyone getting declined to getting on iTunes. So it seems easy.
Somebody else in the chat said YouTube. They like to listen to podcasts through YouTube. That's also a great free option right there, too.
I doubt you'd be able to do just YouTube, though, because I doubt you could put that onto iTunes.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah. And yeah, because I was thinking, like, well, maybe how do you do video podcasts? But I know with Podbean, we can, like, attach a video to ours, I believe. But, yeah, and sending stuff out to YouTube is pretty easy. And that's why we started doing it. People were asking for that, so...
Also, I would love to hear a music podcast, so if you guys do it, tweet me and send me that link so I can listen. We should move on. Do you want to grab the next one?
I got it.
I don't got it.
Thanks, Sean.
Yep.
Paul writes in and says, a few nights ago, I dreamed I was listening to the podcast with Sean doing the opening of the show. He introduced Paul, but then regretfully informed us that John no longer is able to be a part of the show due to Konami.
Makes sense.
Unfortunately, this is where I woke up from this hellish nightmare and can no longer provide any more context. My question is...
timely.
Yeah, my question is, have you guys had dreams about video games or about playing video games?
Oh, God, yes.
Yeah, all the time.
I must have, but nothing is coming to mind at the moment.
Okay. I was...
But hey, speaking of my dreams, Paul, have you played Sakura Clicker?
Fuck. Did this really have to be brought up?
I think you have been playing it, now that I remember that. I think you have played a game this week.
Uh-huh. I wouldn't call that a game, Sean.
Well, please tell us all about Sakura Clicker.
All right, so do you guys know Clicker Heroes?
Mm-hmm.
It's that with anime boobs.
For those who don't know,
did it.
Please
it.
Describe this clicker genre.
Oh, it's kind of hard to describe if you haven't really seen it. You literally just click on something until it dies, and then you collect month grades so things die faster, and then they get harder to kill and stuff.
So wait, are you killing these anime girls?
Kind of. They're disappearing when you click on them enough. So,
like their clothes are disappearing, or they're disappearing?
No, they are just fully disappearing with suggestive sounds everywhere, and then money afterwards. So,
is it good?
No, it's fucking terrible, man.
I remember looking it up last week, and it said like 400 plus moans was in like the tagline.
Yeah, but you hear all of them within the first minute, so it's just repeating a lot.
That just sounds like a cacophony of sound. If they're fitting 400.
Someone asked, was it the honey pop of that genre? I think that's a yes. Although I think honey pop has more gameplay.
It's more of a cash grab. Honey Pop at least like tried to do some gameplay and had voice acting and stuff.
Is it a cash grab? Because I looked on Steam when you mentioned it, and it says free. It says it's free to play.
Yeah, but there are like 20 different outfits you can buy for $1 each if you want to. But
I got in-app purchases.
More importantly, like the assets inside the game and stuff, like the animations, they're all cheap looking. Like they're garbage looking.
What is your goal?
To click.
But like, what are you trying to get to?
More clicking.
Okay. Oh, someone in the chat is saying 800 plus moans. That's twice as many moans. That's crazy. How many girls are in this game?
A lot.
Is there an end? Is there credits?
No. Okay, this is why it's hard to explain what one of these clicker games is. You literally just click forever with the false sense of progression.
Is there like location-based clicking where you want to click in certain spots on the lady?
Oh god, I wish they had anything to do with gameplay. You just click anywhere. Like,
so paint me like a word picture. There's a picture of a girl on the screen.
Yes.
And you just click on her?
Yes.
She's like filling up the whole screen?
No, not really, actually. I would say maybe a quarter.
Okay. What's the rest of the screen? Is it just like white?
Menus,
yeah, like one half of the screen, like the left half, is basically where your upgrade menu stuff is.
What are you upgrading?
Basically, how much damage you do, and like if
to the lady, like is she you have to fight the ladies?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay,
it's pretty much like that.
And then they get naked.
No, they don't.
Oh, okay.
Apparently, Hannah's downloading the game right now.
Oh, there we go.
You better not be failing me here, she says.
Wait, failing what? What? I didn't say
I think
get
she wants
it.
anime boobs. I think she wants anime boobs right now.
Paul, would you recommend this game?
No, honestly I wouldn't. It's just a waste of time and resources.
But if you had to play a clicker game,
no, I actually recommend Clicker Heroes. That at least makes you feel like you're
Michael
making
in the chat is saying there is a naked patch. Have you looked into this?
No.
Will you look into it and report back next week?
For you, Sean, yes, I will.
All right. The chat, we got to hold him to that.
All right. I'm sure I'm gonna get some asshole in the middle of the night on Saturday tweeting me like, "You do the naked patch thing yet?" So don't worry. I'm sure somebody will tell me.
But the thing is, during the middle of the night, you're gonna be like immersed into the naked patch. So you're gonna be like, "Oh yeah."
Yeah. This is gonna be like 130 O's and then a yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's gonna be my tweet back.
What was the email question about?
I don't even know, man.
Have you guys had dreams about video games or about playing video games?
Probably.
Yes.
I can't think of any.
Okay, John, go. Dream. What happened?
Okay. I've had various ones. I've had dreams about like Guitar Hero, like walls just kind of showing up everywhere and controlling how like you talk or like play music or any music in general.
Okay.
I've had ones where I've had to defend myself with light gun zappers, which actually fought like lasers, stuff like that. And then I've just had I've had ones where like imaginary games my head has made up. I've been playing them, like a Teddy Ruxpin video game. Because that like as of when I was like 5 years old, that traumatized me for some reason. Trying to think of what else. Yeah, just like made up, like my brain will just kind of make up a game in my dream, and it was just like, hey, this is happening.
I don't remember most of my dreams.
I'm kind of with
I
you.
remember like fragments. So.
Mm-hmm. I had a StarCraft dream. I dreamed I had a battle cruiser that like just kind of stayed next to like my door into my bedroom when I was younger. And it would blast people as they walked in, and then I was really sad because my friend was coming over, and it blasted him, and he vaporized. So then I started running away from home, and in the backyard there were a bunch of those, what the fuck were they called? The sunken turret things that the Zerg had.
Pylons.
No, that's not right at all. I don't know. It was a weird dream, man. I played way too much StarCraft growing up. Like, way too much. So...
all units.
Yes.
Local units.
Yep.
Did you know I reviewed Halo Wars?
That's really a shame. I feel bad about that.
I got the like collector's edition sent to me. In fact, I have. Well, here we go. Hang on.
Your camera is...
Why are you getting it? We can't see you.
You can't see me?
Yeah, no, you've been frozen.
We haven't been able to see you for a
like...
half hour. We told you this.
Oh, I thought you could see me. Okay,
No.
anyways. Beside me, I've been using this for years. The collector's edition of Halo Wars came with a coaster.
I remember this.
Which I still have, and I've used it like every day.
Wow. That's dedication.
I mean, it's like the only coaster I have. I don't really have a lot of coasters.
Yeah,
So
dude, who buys
what
coasters?
spurred you suddenly to talk about Halo Wars and a coaster?
Well, he was talking about StarCraft, which is an RTS video game.
Okay.
I see the connection.
Yeah. All units.
God damn it. Mitchell writes in, first, what are your guys' opinions on Rash being a playable character in Killer Instinct? I think he's perfectly represented in the game, both personality and moves, with ram horns, the big bad boot, axe kicks, and cool uses of his tongue. If you own any piece of Killer Instinct or Battletoads or have played Battletoads in Rare Replay, you can play them for a limited time. We talked about that already. Do you guys like Rash being in Killer Instinct?
The trailer's pretty entertaining too. I like the trailer.
Agreed.
Here's a fun fact about me. I'm actually endorsed on LinkedIn for cool uses of my tongue.
This podcast fucking over. Good night.
All right, I stopped recording.
I can't stop recording if I even am recording. Once we're done, I'm just hard shutting down my computer and going away.
That's fantastic. Oh, man. I think it's cool. I think that's a cool character to add to that game, so I'm okay with that.
I've never played Battletoads, so I mean, I don't really care.
Yeah, I'm down with this. It actually looks pretty fun. He looks pretty broken right now, actually, to be honest.
Speaking of Battletoads, John, did you know if you hold a direction while racing the rats in Rat Race, you automatically dash? I was watching the Battletoads race again and was getting annoyed that you guys were getting your hands cramped for no apparent reason. Stupid thing to get annoyed by, but what you gonna do? If you happen to be playing the Rare Replay collection, you might want to try this out. P.S. The Battletoads race is still amazing after watching 100 times. I have a question for you after you answer that, actually.
Okay. As this was 4+ years ago, yes, I am aware of that. Many people took it upon themselves to point this out to me.
Wait, were you aware of that at the time?
Yeah, I just out of reflex was double tapping. I still to this day, even though I know it, do it out of reflex.
Okay.
How far have you gone in Battletoads in the Rare Replay?
I didn't even bother playing the actual Battletoads in Rare Replay. I just did the challenges.
Okay, I was going to ask if you know if there's any issues with Cleaner Winner stage due to like any input lag or something with a remake.
So one of the challenges is Clinger Winger without the disco ball chasing you.
Okay. That's weird. Like just a time trial or something, or?
Yeah, you got to do it within, I think, a minute 40 or something like that.
Okay. Same stage and everything?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Stage is the exact same. There's just no disco ball to kill you. The main problem that game has on like console or on like the NES is that if you hold diagonals, you can't do it because the NES only had 4 directions. There was no such thing as diagonals. Diagonals don't read correctly in that version of Rare Replay, so you will slow down because of it.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, it's not as bad, but you have to be careful where you're putting your directions in Rare Replay. Specifically on Clinger Winger, rather.
Okay, that was my question.
But that game also has a rewind feature and save states and infinite lives, probably.
Do you play with the CRT mode?
No, I forgot that was even in there.
That's a thing you can do if you want.
I was like, no, I'm good. I have a CRT. If I really wanted to do that, I would just...
Yeah, I'm playing normal as well.
You got the next one?
No.
Oh, I see why you're telling me that. All right, the next one is the NPD numbers, which is why I've been told to do this.
No, because I did the last one.
That too.
And I think I did the one before that, so...
God damn it, Sean.
All right, Matthew writes in with this month's NPD numbers, a shortened edition here. The PS4 has sold in North America in the past month 365,000 consoles. The Xbox One, 297,000 consoles. The 3DS,
Wait, can I guess?
Sure.
Can I guess all of them?
Sure.
You tell me. It's just for the last month, right? So we're talking July.
Yeah.
Okay, so 3DS. I heard you say 100. I'm gonna say 130,000.
125,000.
It's pretty close.
Whoa,
Not
that
bad.
was pretty close.
And the Wii U.
I'm just gonna go 100,000 off of it. 25,000.
No, not that low.
Oh, okay.
Did you say 25,000?
I did.
No, higher than that.
Okay, 40,000.
Higher.
124,000.
Lower.
80,000.
Lower.
60,000.
Higher.
70,000.
You did it!
All right.
That insincere single clapping. I love it. Oh God, getting close.
Wait, are you clapping for me or for the Wii U?
Both.
Yeah, a little bit of both. All right, Batman Arkham Knight.
Okay, hang on. This is both consoles? I should say all 3?
Yeah.
Okay. Is it over 100,000?
A little bit.
Okay, I'm going to say 114,000.
A little higher.
117?
A little higher.
120.
A little higher.
125.
Higher.
This is the worst segment.
You're the one who wanted to do
I just
this!
wanted to guess once, and then you could say, no, it's this.
1.1 million.
What?
That includes the bundles, though. I guess.
Yeah, 128,000 of those were bundle sales. So with a console.
Why did I guess? Yeah, all right. That's on me.
Splatoon sold 290,000 copies.
I wanted to guess. I wanted to guess one time for each one.
All right. All right, and there's one last one here. J-Star's Victory Versus for the PS4 and PS3. I didn't even realize this was out over here yet.
I knew it was out. 300,000.
Way too high.
114,000.
Still too high.
All right, what is the answer?
For PS4, 39,000 copies, and for PS3, 9.9 thousand.
Okay. Okay.
Next time this happens, we should just do an over-under.
Yeah.
50-50 chance.
Really should. And the last one, lifetime to date of Mario Kart 8. Sean, what do you think?
2 million.
Yep, you're exactly right.
Yeah, I was going to say, you totally have access to the document again, don't you?
No, I have access to nothing but the chat.
Yeah, it's 2 million.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Awesome. All those ones before that were practice.
Yeah.
I was warming up.
You were honing it in, tuning it.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's the only one that counts. That one was for all the marbles.
Yeah, exactly. Last question. James writes in and asks, what is the least amount of exposure to a game you've had before deciding to buy it? For example, I bought a PS2 version of Sonic Riders Zero Gravity just because of the song in the commercial. The game itself is actually fun and fun to play, especially compared to the Wii version, but that song just sold me on the game back when I was 15 because I found it so amazing. I don't even remember the commercial at all. That's great.
I remember hating that game.
I never played that.
You're not thinking of the Kinect one, are you? Because that was garbage.
No, I know there's a Kinect one. I think I played Free Riders, but on the GameCube. And I think I remember hating it. Or just like not understanding. Like you had hoverboards, but you like ran out of fuel.
You had like
and you had to like
boost and stuff
slowly
like that.
walk back to the fuel thing while everyone is like flying up over top of you.
No, you had to do like tricks or like gain speed or something like that. You didn't have to walk back to a fuel depot or anything like that, I don't believe.
I think if you ran out of fuel, you did.
Maybe, I don't know. It's been a while since I played Sonic Riders.
I'm going to say Gears of War 2. I didn't like the first one, and the second one just showed up for review without me asking for it.
Nice.
And then I liked it a lot. Also, Mass Effect 2. I didn't like the first one, and then I was like, I'll just buy this one because people seem to be into it. Really liked it.
I literally buy old games by just looking at the cover.
Sure.
And if it's fun, if it seems funny, I'll pick it up. So that happens all the time with me.
Yeah, I get very little exposure to any video games before I buy them. Like on Steam, if something has a screenshot that looks neat, I'll buy it and try.
Like
it
an
out.
anime chick with boobs and clicker in the title.
I'm so fucking done.
So that's the end of the podcast, guys. Where do you want to write in your questions?
Top-down perspective.
This is the one thing I can do.
Okay.
Topdownperspective@gmail.com.
Let him have this.
At TDP Podcast. The Facebook group. John's P.O. Box.
Yeah, you can do that.
In fact, because here's the thing. I'm going to level with you. We don't answer all the questions because some of them are bad. Sometimes you guys send in bad questions. We answer most of them.
Okay.
But if you write something to John's P.O. Box, we will read it no matter what.
But if you do, make sure to tell him that Paul sent you.
Oh my god.
Say hi to John for me if you write to him. This is so dumb. What a stupid thing we do every week.
Oh my god.
What's your guys'
games of the week?
Nope.
It's Sakura Clicker. It has to be.
Nope.
You played that this week.
Nope. I had more fun going to work than I had playing Sakura Clicker.
That's not a video game. You played a video game this week. You have to pick what your favorite video game that you played this week was.
I've played more than that this week. There is just nothing to talk about with any of them.
Then say a different game.
Okay, Starbound.
There you go.
All right.
Rare replay.
Which game?
Blast Core.
I'm going to give it to Viva Pinata 1. Yes, that feels so good to say.
Wow. All right.
I'm going to give it to Viva Pinata 1.
Cool.
Okay, yeah, that does it for this episode.
Yep.
Hopefully my computer's better by next episode.
One can only dream.
And yeah, so we'll be back next week. Talk to you guys later.
Bye.
See you next week.